Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Leroy Gang is here, coming at you with some more Lost Ark knowledge. Today, we're going to be talking about what to do when you hit 1370. Some things to keep in mind, some things that are not optional, as well as your current progression point in the game. So just real quick, want to preface this: how to get to 1370? Do your Chaos dungeons, do your Guardian raids, get your gear right. Get your purple gear, upgrade it to plus 15 with a full set of plus 15 gear, including weapon, this twisted dimensional stuff, as you see. Then you will be 1370, and then after that, you will actually go to the blacksmith here, and you will notice, hey, that purple gear is no longer here. I can't upgrade it anymore. You're like, oh, what do I do? Well, at 1370, you get two things to do. The first thing you get to do is Argos, number one, and the other thing you get to do is the hard abyssal dungeons. Both of these things will give you materials, which then you can expend at the vendor over here. You see this little blue sword on the map, the craft abyss equipment. Now there are some vendors that can craft like other tiers of stuff, like you go to this guy, and of course he can craft 302 gear and 1302 gear. So you can see he doesn't craft the 802 like tier 2 gear. So depending on what town you're in, some vendors can't craft some other stuff, blah 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 blah, whatever, right? But as you can see, the 1302 gear here, the sunset gear, this is not what you want, right? You want to get the legendary 1340 gear here, and as far as like what set you want, because you have a couple sets to choose from here with like different set effects and stuff like that, right? As you see, it's like gain lunar power, blah blah blah, and then entire paragraph of what you want. If you don't actually want to read whatever paragraph you want, I'll have a link to max roll in the description. Please look up your your class for whatever, and see what your class actually wants, given your class engraving and shit like that. But anyway, you're gonna get the material from doing these things, right? You either get Argos blood or you'll get the other one, whatever it's called. I'll find it here in a moment. Yeah, there we go. Or Oria's ephemerin, and then you'll craft it. You'll craft the stuff. And before you do something stupid, listen very carefully. You're gonna go to this guy, the hone guy. You're gonna have level 1 legendary stuff. Don't click on this shit and upgrade it. I will be very mad at you. Don't do that shit. Go to gear transfer, right? Put in the legendary gear. Over here is going to be your purple plus 15 gear. Put it in. It's going to make this stuff go to plus 6, and you're going to be like, but it's plus 15. It goes to plus 6. That don't add up, bro. It's going to equalize because this gear starts at 1340, not 1302. Therefore, when you put it in, right, you take this plus 15 gear, put it in here, becomes plus 6. It will be 1370 eye level. That, ta-da! Right? That's how we do that successfully. Now, before you ever do this, you see these little tripods here? Make sure that shit is saved. Go to here, inventory. Make sure your shit is saved in here. One of these tabs, I don't give a fuck. Make sure your stuff is saved. That should I don't think it should transfer over. Okay, you can transfer it over here. Doesn't transfer over in the gear selection stage. But with the legendary gear, you like when you do the 1370 chaos dungeons, you'll get legendary gear that drops, but you can't equip it. That stuff is only for these tripods here. You can start getting level 3s and stuff. As you see, I don't think I have a single level 3 because I'm unlucky as fuck. Anyway, but that's the game plan. Just to reiterate, take your purple gear to plus 15, you get 1370. When you get 1370, do your Argos raid and hard abyssals. Go get whatever set you need from the craft abyss guy, okay? And then gear transfer over. Make sure you're saving your tripods. This is something you should already be familiar with before this stage, but if not, I might have a video coming out on that. Who knows? Don't know. If not, though, there's fucking, I'm sure there's content creators way better than I am to explain this shit fully, like Saint One and whoever, right? So either way, get familiar with the tripod system because that shit is fact. That damage increase. Oh, nut. It's like getting new gems and shit, right? Anyway, before this is like 30 minutes long. 1370, go to your Argos Abyss, craft your shit, then gear transfer, get the +6, then you can start upgrading from there. Okay? Now, some things to keep in, some things that are not optional, right? Keeping track of your tripod system. That's not optional. Not optional. Another thing that's not optional, especially if you have even a tiny surplus of gold. Go in here, go to this market here, auction house, right? Accessories, start looking for your BIS equips. You will notice I have 3 level 3 engravings. This shit is not optional. Argos DPS check is real, especially on the North American server. If you play on North America, this is not optional. To get this, you might need some other things like the rare engraving book or whatever, right? And yeah, this stuff was not very inexpensive. I think each one of these was like 5k plus or something. Could be a little bit cheaper now, depending on, you know, whatever. But as you can see, this stuff is also best statted as well. That's why it was so expensive. So it has crit and swiftness and crit and blah blah blah, all that good shit. But get your accessories in order, because I guarantee you, if you do not have level 3 of these, you are A, a detriment to your team if you even get in, and B, especially if you try and join one of my parties, I'm looking at this shit. Don't waste my time. Don't waste other people's time. More importantly, don't waste your time. Get familiar with this system as well. This is not optional. This is not haha la di da. This is where your damage is, not this bullshit gear score that people think that matter. It's not. This shit, dog, doo-doo butter. This is what matters. Engravings, gems, all that good shit, right? Tripods, keep track of that. That is where all of your damage comes from. Because I keep up with that on all of my characters, that is why I consistently get MVPs, all that good shit. This 1370, that just gets you an entry point into the content because that's the game's baseline. Like, oh, you can't get in. But if you have the engravings right, especially when you hit 1370, you start getting these better tier accessories, which means you can get level 3 of a third one. Or at least level 2 or something. At this point, if you don't have level 3 of at least 2 engravings, your class engraving and whatever is like the main one, right? You're trolling. That's weird. And you should at least have level 1 or 2, you know, of another one. But if it's Grudge, go for that level 3, because Grudge's detriment does not get any less at earlier levels. So just fucking full commit. Why not? No one point to the fact that I fucked up and I should have cursed all instead. Anyway, doesn't matter. What matters is, again, just gonna recap real fast. TLDR. Get your purple gear, upgrade to +15, get 1370. Go to your Argos and Abyssal Dungeons. Get the mats, craft the shit out the fucking I can't remember what he was called, dude. What the fuck is he called? Craft Abyss equipment guy. Okay, go craft your sets or whatever the fuck. Transfer your +15 gear into the legendary set. Do not upgrade it, I swear to God. Don't you fucking do it. I've had friends that did that shit, and I laugh at them, and they blocked my ass because I kept flaming the shit out of them, dude. Don't do it. At this point in the game, when you're tier 3, if you don't know about the gear transfer system, we're looking at you. You're the reason why North America's hard. Just letting you know. Anyway, aside from the banter and the flame or whatever the fuck, gear transfer that shit. Get that shit, you know, upgraded. Start dumping your mats into there as well, and then you're not gonna have a full set in your first week. Like, I don't have a full set of the one I want. I mean, fuck it, just mix and match as you can until you get the set that you want or whatever. That's fine too. Just make sure you're doing the content stuff. Again, I've said before, you know, like work and shit is kind of fucking me up, so I don't have all the time in the world to do whatever, but I can at least start doing some kind of info videos like this again, at the very least, because that's what you guys deserve. So just make sure you're keeping track of all this shit, and more importantly, make sure that you're properly getting the gear that you need as well, in the forms of making sure you do your abyss raid and hard abyssal dungeons to get those materials. That way you can craft the legendary gear, because the legendary gear you get from the chaos dungeon is not equipable. It's only for tripods. There we go. Pretty long-winded explanation, I think, but hey, I think it did its job. Had some random shit in there. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, please like, comment, subscribe, all the good shit. If you guys want to see something specific, feedback, anything like that, I respond to comments every single day. Put it in the comments below. You want to talk, do whatever, say hi. I'm down with that too. Until next time, guys, stay awesome. Thanks for watching. Peace.